Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a TikTok user slash really their TikToks that have been circulating that people brought to my attention. Now, as we well know, a lot of shit comes up on TikTok. As much as TikTok can be fun, humorous, blah, 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 I also have found that there is a lot of depraved and deranged behavior going on there. So this is another episode of that type of behavior on TikTok. So as of right now, their account is banned. And I don't really say this that often, but in this case, I do think it's entirely justified. A lot of what I've seen from this account has been centered on the same few jokes being repeated in different formats, but the basic gist of the joke is the same. If a joke is supposed to be something that's funny, I don't know what to call these because I'm not the target demographic, let's just say that, and thank God, or else I probably should be in prison. But anyway, here are some examples. Now, a lot of these videos are stitched because, like I said, his account has been banned, so just bear that in mind. So this video by itself, it might be my age showing, but I wasn't really following what the point was. Now, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but when I think of school shootings, I think of trauma as a first thing. So this person being in a room with dead girls slash women, I was like, wow, that's traumatizing. Well, it turns out that the reaction, the point of this quote-unquote joke was different. You'll see the comments, which say a lot. So someone commented, the one girl that was playing dead, and the creator responded, she thought she was slick. I don't need Riz in this situation. They still warm for real. I like them cold. Now, these are comments that were liked by the creator, mind you. They already gone. It wouldn't even matter. Police arrive staring at you. I'm cutting in, move over. Listen, now, I think my sense of humor might be strange in certain ways. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. I've never really gotten the whole bestiality, necrophilia, that type of sense of humor to me, much like pedophilia sense of humor. I can't think of an example where I lost my shit thinking it was super funny. That being said, I do have a dark sense of humor, so like if my day is going badly, I might say I'm gonna jump off the balcony or something like that. But again, I also think it's different when you do it at your own expense, like you're making fun of yourself. But when it's necrophilia, I'm not gonna say that everyone who jokes about those things has a problem. That's not a fair assumption to make. But people who use that as their main joke, a consistent joke of having sex with dead bodies or having sex with animals, if that's your main shtick, I am going to have to ask myself a few questions, and I do think the police should start looking at your hard drives. I don't think that's healthy. Now, a lot of the other joke TikToks, whatever you want to call them, follow this same formula. How I go to sleep every single night knowing it was me who called the parents of the missing child poster and whispered, I really, really miss you. Not really sure what to even comment on that one.
I have no knowledge of any of this. This is so bizarre.
The bestiality thing, I don't really find humor in that either, but more than anything, if we're going to put aside the type of humor, right? No matter how disgusting you think it is, no matter how unfunny you think it is, there is not one single ounce of creativity here. Genuinely, even trying to see this as funny, there's not even that. But more than anything, I also wonder what is the deal here, because people are going to say, or have said, oh yeah, this person just wants attention, which to me makes sense if you're doing something that you can sell. In the sense of a lot of the trolling Trisha Paytas does, some of it has been deeply fucked up, and I'm not going to get into all of that. Some of her trolling, however, has been relatively silly. Like when she says really stupid things. Now granted, sometimes I don't think she knows she's saying stupid things, but other times I really do think she's putting on an act. That, when it's harmless, can make money because it gets a lot of views, it turns into a meme, people make fun of it, but at the end of the day, you're still not viewed as a fucking weirdo, basically. In this particular case, I just don't really think there's anything to be gained, because yeah, you might have someone like me who's gonna talk about it, but it's like, do you really want to be talked about for making jokes about pedophilia and necrophilia, bestiality? Like, is that who you want to be represented as, like the bestiality guy? Because that's not going to get you brand deals. It might get you views to an extent, but even then, like I said, it's the same joke 70 times over. How many times do we have to hear it? Once was already too much for me. So I don't really get what the end goal is here. Now, maybe you get some notoriety for a couple of days, but again, is that really what you want out there? Because as we well know, whatever you put on the internet will resurface at some point. If you guys have any more clarity on that, let me know. But long term, I don't think this is going to pan out into anything.
Sensational.
I think I saw like 70 different versions of this same joke with different names or different words that have like suck, touch, grab, whatever that you can turn into an innuendo. The weird thing on this end is also, I don't know this person's age and I don't want to guess. I'd say that they're anywhere from late teens to older than that. It's hard to say though. If they're in their late teens, it still makes sense to talk about school as in what seems to be implied as high school, because I think there was a mention of PE in one of his clips. So I'm assuming that that's high school. On the other hand, if this person is older and is still thinking about these weird sexual innuendo moments in high school when they're past high school, I don't know, that reads a little bit weird to me. But then again, some people peak in high school and focus their entire lives talking about just high school. I think we all at least know one person like that. So maybe that's his case. But again, in this context, it's also like, why are you focusing on high schoolers and teachers saying like weird shit to them with a sexual innuendo? I'm weirded out. I'm uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm glad this account was banned, honestly. More than anything, it just boils down to what I said before. I don't see what the long-term goal is. Like, yeah, you have your 5 minutes, but do you really want your 5 minutes of people saying that you're really fucking weird for this and that maybe your hard drive should get checked? Like, is that the notoriety you want? Because sure, people are talking, but is this the conversation you want to have? Anyway, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think that these quote-unquote jokes, if you want to call them that, are attention-seeking? Do you think that they are not only attention-seeking, but part of a bigger problem, potentially a personal problem with being fixated with these things? Do you think it's a growing up thing of like, I want to be reactionary? Like, what do you think is going on here? Because I feel like I'm increasingly seeing more of this, which makes sense in a way that everyone has their teenage phases when they do something that they think is going against the grain. But at the same time, with social media, it's like, it's not just your parents who see these embarrassing, stupid, potentially hurtful reactions or behaviors. Here, it's everyone. And it's also like, when you get employed, you know, things can surface as well. Like, there's so many things here that make it a lot more serious, in my opinion, in terms of consequences, as opposed to like the early 2000s, the 90s, whatever. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.